Hi and welcome to this exciting presentation on quadratic equations. To be precise, solving quadratic equations. Please pause the video now. Go and get your mathematics core and extended practice book because we'll be working from it today. Thank you. Right. So that you've got your book, please go to page number 55. We'll be doing exam focus questions. Right, here we go. Exercise 13.7. Here's the instruction. Solve the following equations and give two solutions for x. The first equation we want to solve for is x squared plus x minus 12 is equals to 0. This question is out of 3 marks for the exams. Please remember, question out of 3 marks means you should not be spending more than 3 minutes on it. Okay, can spend less, 2 minutes maybe, 1 minute for this type of question even, so that you have more time at the end to run through your paper. Right, without much wasting time, let's get to it. This is a trinomial. We are going to solve this by using synthetic factorization. We are going to look at factors of 12 and factors of the middle term x. So first thing we do is we put 2 brackets, equate that to 0 because we want to find factors that were multiplied to give you that equation, x squared plus x minus 12. That was the first step. The second step is we find factors of 12 that will give you 1. Factors of 12 that will give you 1. Two numbers when you multiply give you a 12. When you add or subtract, give you 1. And those are 4 and 3. Factors of x squared, put x and x. Factors of 12, put 4 and 3. Now we have to decide on the sign. Rule number 2. The bigger factor must take the sign of the middle term. So the bigger factor between 4 and 3 is 4. The sign of the middle term is a plus, so the first bracket becomes x plus 4. Rule number 4. Look at the last sign. If the last sign is a minus, these signs must be different. If the last sign is a plus, these signs must be the same. In this case, our last sign is a minus, so I must have a different sign for 3. So I have x plus 4 and x minus 3 is equals to 0. We are going to prove this a little bit further on. Let's just multiply for now. Right. Next step is to use our zero factor theorem. Remember, just to remind you, the zero factor theorem states that if you are multiplying two things, here we are multiplying x plus 4 and x minus 3. If we multiply two things, a multiplied by b, if a multiplied by b is equals to 0, then either a is equals to 0 or b is equals to 0. If you multiply two factors and your product is 0, then one of your factors must be equals to 0. There's no other way you're going to get a product of 0. If we apply then the zero factor theorem to those two factors that are multiplied together to give us a 0, we can then safely say then either x plus 4 is equals to 0 or x minus 3 is equals to 0. Then solve for your x by transposing on both sides, or rather in this case minus 4 on both sides of the equation will give you x is equals to negative 4. Add 3 on both sides of the equation will give you x is equals to positive 3. That was number 1 for 3 marks. Because I'm explaining it and everything, you can tell that it took me a good 4 minutes to do that question, but literally we can do this in under a minute. Let's try the second one and see if we can do that. Challenge, let's do it. X squared number 2 says, okay, so it's number 1. Number 2 says x squared minus 9x plus 18 is equals to 0. Let's go. 2 brackets, equate that to 0. Factors of x squared are x and x. Factors of 18, that will give you 9. 6 times 3 is 18. 6 plus 3 is equals to 9. I'm going to put a 6 there. I'm going to put a 3 there. The bigger factor must take the sign of the middle term. That's going to be a minus 3. If the last number is a positive, both signs must be the same. That's going to be a minus as well. Therefore, either x minus 6 is equals to 0 or x minus 3 is equals to 0. So x is equals to 6 or x is equals to 3. Whopper. Okay, that took me 2 minutes and 9 seconds. Let's do another one. This time I'd like to try something. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to talk. I'm just going to do this real quick and then you can do it also. Or maybe just to challenge you. I am going to put one up on the board. I'm going to give you a head start to do it and then I'll follow suit. X squared plus 10x plus 21 is equals to 0. X squared plus 10x plus 21 is equals to 0. And I am going to mute myself. Doop. Sorry about that. Couldn't resist. Okay, here I go. What did you get? Did you get the same answer? X is equals to minus 7. X is equals to negative 3. Great minds think alike. Awesome. Well done. All right, boys and girls, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed that little presentation there. Please go on and do page 56. You've got number 4 up to number 8 on page 56. Page 56, number 4 up to number 8. Do these in your own mathematics book. Please make sure you date your work. Please make sure you write the title at the top. Rewind this video if you need to. And you can ask me questions later if you have to. Just put a star across or just highlight them. Thank you very much. Please be safe and keep well. Bye.